and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello and welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you're all really looking forward to watching these Tatuus cars go around the track tonight. We have got some great racing action for you all prepared here at Barcelona for round 7 of the season. Before we do kick into all of that, don't forget, if you are in the need for some racing gear, check out our sponsor Aztec Sim Sports and you can get a 5% discount if you use code Phoenix Sim Sport at the checkout. So standings for this point in the season, round 7, 4 rounds to go. It is getting close to the end of the season at the minute, but Burgi dominating on 452 points at the moment. Miku on 374. Melendez very close behind on 368. A little bit of a struggle there for Miku last week. So Melendez closing up the gap. Scalias losing a little bit of ground on 242, and Grabowski then on 222. Perkin on 172. Jack Smith rocketing up the table to 164. Pavudas on 120. Drawn then with Immons also on 120. And Anna Maria Gernova on 72 points. So, with us then almost ready to go here, we will introduce, we have got 3 commentators in the box for you tonight. We have got Aurora, who you will be very familiar with as well as HCE, and joining us tonight as well for the first time, Arthur. How are you guys all doing? No problem at all, and we are glad to have you here as well. So, hopefully we are looking forward to a really good race here today. Qualifying is just getting underway. We'll move everything over and then I will pass it on to you guys. So, here we go.
Qualifying has started right now for the World Championship. Outlet for qualifying to racing at Barcelona, Catalonia, track which is 4 kilometers long and 655 meters. Features 16 turns as well as the chicane layout. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting 2 20-minute races today.
Yeah, we're looking into the lap of Burgi now. He's got a good lead in the championship. He's got, as you were saying, Maverick, 452 points in the championship right now. 74-point gap, if I'm not mistaken, to Miku. But that does mean that in this weekend, if Marcel Miku has a good enough weekend and Burgi has a bad enough one, Miku can take the lead of the championship this very weekend here at Barcelona.
I mean, after looking at the previous race results from Burgi, with all races he competed in on the podium with 4 wins in total, which is amazing. It's very cool to see that. He did sadly miss 2 races around Sepang though, but it doesn't stop him.
Well, he's on to his first flying lap. Incidentally, Sandy Burgi has taken the last 3 pole positions in the Tatuus series, so he's looking for 4 in a row, but he's got strong challenges from, according to the practice session, both the Greek driver Kostas Pavudas and, of course, his championship rival Marcel Miku, who was the fastest driver in the practice session, but they only have about a 2/10 gap, so anything can happen in qualifying as Burgi comes out of turn 5.
Indeed, it will hopefully give us some very, very close racing. A few good overtaking spots around this track, mainly in turn 1, turn 7, turn 10, and right now with the chicane it makes it a bit more difficult, but it can also give us a good bit of chaos. as right now Bergie is going through turn 10. He's looking quite rapid, really using all the track he's able to use, which is of course the best thing to do to gain the most lap time.
These actual turfs are dangerous, but Berger is not afraid to use them. And coming out of the final corner, let's see, the championship leader does a 1:43.9. He's found 5/10 already compared to the practice session.
It's very good lap. Also very fast going right now. Back into turn 1. Heavy braking zone into the chicane.
It's not the best first lap from Marcel Miku. He only did a 45.2. So he's 8/10 slower than his personal best and some 1.3 seconds off the championship leader.
Shocking, because this round, there's only 3 more rounds after this. He will have to catch up quite a lot this race in order to still focus for the title.
Yeah, up to 4th now goes Jack Smith as Christian Jabowski goes up to 3rd. Jack Smith, who got his maiden podium last week around Kyalami, and he's looking to build upon that. Maybe getting a couple of podiums in a row tonight at Catalonia.
Yep.
Berger is improving again. Judging by the delta time, he's improving by 2.5 tenths after 2 sectors, as McNugget, currently 3rd in the championship, only goes P6 after his first round. So both of the championship contenders are not doing the best job compared to Sandy Berger, who is absolutely in red-hot form as he comes out of the final corner.
Exactly.
I think there's a lot of people struggling with that today in qualifying, as Bergie does 37.8. Really, that's a great lap from him and really unmatched as far as qualifying is concerned at this point of the weekend.
Absolutely rapid, yes, but he did lose a bit of time in sector 3 though, because in sector 3 we saw he was 2.5 tenths up, and he crossed the line with 1 tenth up on his best time, so something must have happened there, possibly in the chicane, one of the more difficult parts of the circuit, with quite a lot of sausage curves.
Well, Marcel Miku is warming up his tires. This will probably be his final lap. I mean, he can still abort this and teleport back to pits if this lap goes wrong halfway through the lap. But if he sticks this will be his final lap, as Jack Smith is currently in 2nd, so he's done a brilliant job. Oh, he's coming out of the pits. Will he see Marcel Miku? Yes, he does. Gets out of the way anyway.
Yeah, but Bergie still with a 1 second gap to P2. It's massively fast.
Into turn 4. Marcel is holding it pretty nicely here. No visible mistakes so far. Slightly cautious into turn 5. Didn't use all of the road or hitting the apex that tightly, but the exit was good. Down to 4th gear, he's completely missed that apex. That's gonna lose him about a couple of tenths, you would imagine. Keep it fully pinged through. Ooh, this is interesting. I believe Bergie.
There, I didn't even see Bergie there.
Yeah, no, Bergie took a lift. Yeah, so must be a big setup differences as Teja Sharma gets out of the way on the outside of turn 10. So now into this very tricky off-camber right hand. Want to go on throttle as early as possible, but there's a chance of spinning out down the 3rd gear into the Mickey Mouse session. Down to 2nd, through the left, through the right, little lift on the throttle, and now this is a flat out corner. Let's see, Marcel Miko's potential final attempt of the session is a 44.4. He's gonna go again, I think. But now his left front will be overheating.
Yeah, it looks like he might have opted for a higher downforce setup since the track is a medium to high downforce setup. Also a high tire wear, so we'll see how that plays out through the race.
Yeah. Go ahead, Aurora.
I believe, well, really, as you were saying, he's gone for a high downforce, but honestly, everything that he's making at corners, like camps and all of the high-speed corners, he's losing it all on the straights, I think. Whilst it's definitely helped him to get to the lap time that he scored in practice, I don't think that he's going to get anywhere near Berge at this point. But Vudas scores for 145.1, goes up to P4. This has been a great qualifying session as far as he's gone right now.
Yeah, I'm watching on board of Jack Smith. He has lived, and there's a car right in front that was off the track and returning very dangerously. That was Nathaniel, I think. But somehow Jack Smith kind of didn't lift, and I don't think he lost that much time, but this lap seems very understeery. I don't think he's going to improve that much, if at all. So let's see if he has enough fuel and he can hold his tires up to do another flying lap. He's got the time. It's all about tire temperature and the fuel. As Bergie, that's a 43.4. What is this man eating?
Domination is incredible in this game. As you were saying before, he's been on the podium every single weekend, and I think this is going to be one of those where he's going to just cruise to victory and then go start at P10 for race 2 and just go through the field. Well, I would hope that's not the case. Riku, who was the only person who was getting anywhere near him, could get another lap in, so that's going to be how it ends.
I just watched Burgess line through it would be turn 4. He is literally using all of the track. I think, yeah, he's gone all the way out to the AstroTurf, because I think some of the corners don't have such strict track limit rules. So I think he's gained a lot in terms of corner entry, because he can open up the corners more, and I don't think other drivers realized it. Because Marcel Miko is way towards like the inside of the track compared to the British driver.
It's 5 tenths down. It looks like Virgin will get goal by 1 full second.
Yeah, the driver we should be looking out for are Jack Smith and Jabowski, because Costas Bermuda's now up to third, 1.3 seconds off the pace. McNugget up to fourth, so we have 3 cars now coming across the line that would determine the first 3 rows of the grid. First up, Marcel Miko. Can he solidify his second position? Yes, he can. Improve by a little bit. Jack Smith comes across the line and takes P4 away from McNugget, and Jabowski goes into P5. 33,000 separating Jack Smith and Jabowski, and they both beat third place in the championship McNugget, who will unfortunately have to start from P6.
I get a feeling that's why some of that came up in the briefing, for example, where we were talking about track limits. This is a tricky track for track limits. You can really just take it all the way out to the white line. It seems that Berge has realized that and just is taking advantage of that. Assetto Corsa really doesn't mind him going all the way past into the AstroTurf. But the lap time surely does, and it is showing in the scoring board. Paul by a second, which is absolutely amazing. Well, 0.972, that's a great gap that he's got there.
Exactly, great laps by the championship leader, putting him on pole again, probably for another win. Maybe not, we'll see how everything plays out in the first race.
Yep, gonna be an interesting session. But before we get back to the action here, Phoenix Sim Sport will be right back after a short ad break. Hello everyone and welcome back. Hopefully you are ready to join us here as the drivers get ready for the race start, and back over to the commentators for the racing action starting in 30 seconds time.
Well, yeah, we're gonna start here with a standing start. Drivers will have probably fresh, cold tires, which will be very fun to do hard, heavy braking chicane. Hopefully we won't see much contact, but you never know.
Yeah, it's a very long run down to turn 1 though, so we would expect some contact as 6 red lights are on. Let's see, can Sandy Bergy, the championship leader, get a good start, or will Marcel Miku do his usual thing? We're already going 4 behind them, so...
What a start by
He's coming into turn 1 and Miku takes the lead into turn 1 as McNuggets wins round. Oh my god,
Slight
what
bit
is
of
happening
contact
there
there.
in turn 2? Out of the Elf King, McNugget drops places, starts bleeding places in the table as Bergy stays in second place, 5 tenths behind Miku. That's a great first lap from Marcel Miku, second in the championship, and wants to take first apparently.
Yeah, we'll see what Bergy is able to do with this incredible qualifying pace. Will it translate into the race? Right now the gap's 6 seconds. So we'll have to make up the time. It is of course a spec series, only the setups are different, so it's really down to skill.
The cream does rise to the top in this series as they go through Cam's fast right hand.
As we have
Somebody
a car
was
off.
off, yes. Who is it? Benetsius is off. Wow, what a great first lap, a bit of a lock up there, and Nathaniel takes over P6, following him on the onboard here through Bank Sabadell.
Gotta nail this turn because it's easy to spin there as they're heading towards the chicane at the end of the lap. Very tight, very tricky. Right now it seems like we have a bit of slipstream. Bergy also dropped down to second almost, which is crazy to see regarding his qualifying pace.
That is really wild. And
Seeing it move down into turn 1.
Oh, did they contact as spinning?
Oh no!
Yeah,
Contact, yeah.
half spin goes Nathaniel. He's made contact with McNugget, but McNugget is through into 6. Yeah, my game crashed very conveniently after the start. But Luck PP is into the gravel. Ooh, what has happened to the British driver? He's absolutely buried in gravel. And he's down to last position.
Exit here is very important. Set up turn 7 is
Yeah, the top 4 are on hard tires. We've got Daniel Ary on mediums, and then McNugget is also on hard, so it looks like hard is the more popular choice tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised with the usual tire degradation this track brings. It is very, very important to manage your tires throughout each lap and still maintain a good amount of pace.
Yeah, down into turn 10, Gorinova passes Mazax, one of the debutants, I believe, this evening. And that means Gorinova, the Slovakian driver, is up into 11th position. Burgess, that's the fastest lap of the race. We are going side by side almost. No, not yet. Jack Smith is using a very interesting line to almost like as if his engine is overheating.
No, it's my first race commentating here, but I think Bergy might be Mark Marquez. It's jumping back at the start of that. A few laps, and he's off. He's got the pace and already set the fastest lap. Gap still 1 second though, so maybe Miko's advantage in the corners is really working well right now.
Brilliant run by Jabowski. He's looking to the inside of Marcel Nathaniel into turn 4, but Nathaniel breaks later around the outside. These two will continue to go side by side into turn 5 as McNugget takes a look at Daniel Ari up ahead. Again, trying for the switchback, but Jabowski loses traction momentarily and has to completely lift off, so that completely breaks his momentum. And he will have to wait for another chance as Nathaniel completely misses the impact of turn 7. McNugget meanwhile gets the cutback on Daniel Ari and down towards the inside at turn 9. What a bold overtake. The Spaniard is still side by side with the British driver down towards turn 10. Daniel Ari has the inside line and he breaks later. McNugget tries for the cutback. Nathaniel almost hit him. Brilliant cutback from McNugget, but Daniel Ari closes the door on the Spaniard driver, and oh my goodness, they are fighting hammer and Tom here at Catalonia.
What the home advantage for McNugget. This is, after all, the only thing that's close to the home races. Oh, that's an interesting apex cover. Yeah. We're seeing some great racing and coming into the back straight.
Slipstream going on here on the main straight as they're barreling down into turn 1. Out of the slipstream, they're side by side going into the turn right now. Might McNugget be ahead? I think so.
Very close.
Very close,
but the thing is, Daniel Ari has those medium tires, so they should have more grip now, but it depends on whether he's got the right setup to make sure they don't overheat. Because the softer the compound is, the easier it is to overheat, especially through turn 3. This is the danger corner because you're constantly turning right through that corner.
Exactly, but I do think McNugget's fantastic first right. I do think the hards have a much bigger advantage around here than the mediums. I think the mediums are already starting losing a bit of lap time.
Yeah.
McNugget just starts extending his lead in P5 right now.
The problem for McNugget is this is not the position that he wants, because the other two battling for the championship are currently P1 and P2 as Daniel Ari goes off into the AstroTurf at the exit of turn 10. So he has to correct his car, which means now Christian Jabowski is right behind him, but you can't really go side by side through the chicane unless you really send a dive, as the top two are exchanging fastest laps. They almost did identical lap times. Marcel Miku 31 thousandths faster than Sandy Bergy last time around.
A big
Three
gap.
wide.
Look at this, three wide into the L
turn
chicane.
Oh, Nathaniel breaks the latest.
Like there in the back.
Yeah, the outside two made contact. Nathaniel break the latest, so the middle car had to kind of yield and basically waits a little bit to turn into the corner, but the outside car was already turning into the corner, so a little bit of contact between Daniel Ari and Jabowski, which means Nathaniel takes 2 positions in 1 corner. Brilliant.
Always beautiful to see such chaos almost unfold. It's one of the most beautiful parts about racing. It's risk and reward. You can see in this case wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, and they're making contact for the final position. Gurinova must have had a spin again because he was up to 11s, now back down to 13s. And he did a pretty good cutback on Lac PP. They did make a bit of a contact. Now Lac PP tries to send a dive into turn 5. That doesn't work. And Gurinova's comeback drive will have to start again. And yeah, I think you are absolutely correct. Those mediums are already dying. Daniel Ari cannot keep up with Marcel Nathaniel anymore.
I think in race 2 we're going to see almost all of the cars on hard tires, except if some are willing to take a gamble. But at this current moment, I don't see that happening with how badly the mediums are dropping off. We're not even halfway through the race yet.
Yeah, and we're seeing some people, the wear is starting to show. For some, it isn't. For example, Nova, despite having being at the back of the pack, she's having front-running pace. She last lap is 46.5. It's comparable to, for example, Bermudas or Smith, who said 46.3 and 46.4 respectively. So clearly the pace is there, but the tyres are accompanying it. I think that might have had to do with the spin.
Down the inside, through goes Chabowski. He's got this move made now on Daniel Ari. Daniel Ari tries the cutback, but those medium tires just don't give him the traction that he wants. Chabowski covers the inside line of turn 5 beautifully. And if he can defend into turn 7 and turn 10 this lap, I think Chabowski should be able to drive like there. Yeah. Luckily, it was very square. Otherwise, Chabowski could have been spinning there. Very lucky there.
I think it's best for Terry to wait on for the main straight lap before he slips.
Yeah, wide goes Nathaniel in turn 10, so he's lost all the gap that he built up. Oh, he's gone off, he's completely off! Into the gravel, into the wall! At turn 12, so maybe it's hard. Is he on hards? I have no idea what tire he's on. He is also on mediums, that would explain things. Yeah, so both Nathaniel and Daniel Ari's mediums are overheating like crazy. And Chabowski surely now has P6 in the bag. So, yeah, the Indian driver in P9, Teja Sharma, is also on hard tires. Maybe in the back end of the race, even though he's currently 7 seconds off. Who knows, the two guys in front on mediums can still have moments, as the guy behind has a moment. Hernandez is off at turn 2, but he will still maintain P10 because he had a 13-second gap on Mazak, who is now being challenged by a recovering Gurinova. Ow, Jack Smith is on me! My goodness!
Up to P3 right now. Very nice, very beautiful. He has already racked up a podium this season, so it's very nice to see.
This is so unlucky. Yeah.
Yeah, the driver who has gotten his maiden podium last week out now loses another opportunity at another podium. That's a shame.
It is.
He was
good.
P3, but
It is
yeah.
good news though for Nugget right now. Moves into P4.
True. Very true. And surely McNugget has the pace on Bermudas. If he doesn't make a mistake, he might still recover to a podium paying position even after his pretty disastrous qualifying down in P6.
Exactly, right now. Very close to pace, 4,700. Fuji is making up time right now. Gap's gone down from 1 second round to start to right now 7/10, so we could see a battle happening at the end maybe.
Yeah, or someone could just spin, even though they are the top 2 in the championship. They have made some mistakes. And this is a track that is very easy to make mistakes, considering it is actually really bumpy, and all of the curbs are basically auto spin curbs, especially those on the inside, such as the next corner. If you hit it on the inside of turn 7, the car is basically gone. As you can see, they both go very wide, and chooses to use the outside on the exit instead of going a tight line. And Birch, its car does look very understeering, huh? Has to lift a lot there through turn 9.
I think he might have opted for more straight line speed, but right now for the race it's not really working out that well.
Yeah, slight lock up into turn 10, but he's still within striking distance.
He could still make it happen, but they're so close on pace right now that I don't really see it happening immediately unless he goes wide, has a lockup, or makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Smith goes very wide there into turn 10 and now into Bank Sabadell corner. Goes very wide as well. This is going to open the door.
Very wide. He's really at the limit of grip there as they're side by side.
Yeah, the
As
problem with that
Zubowski
corner,
backs off.
yeah, is there's a sausage grip on the inside. So it's really a one-line corner, but this is a brilliant round down towards the start-finish straight.
No slipstream, he immediately moves towards the side as he's making the move. Stick, it seems like. They're still side by side.
Oh, little bit of a bump, but he's got the inside. So he should take the corner.
Inside. Right now he's making it work. Right now it's turn 3. It's going a bit more wide than Smith.
Yeah.
He's able to right now go alongside him.
Ooh, he's turned A, he's turned A. They both spun. They both spun. Daniel Ari
That's a shame.
is back up. Burgee is off. Burgee is off. The championship leader is off. He spun at the same corner that Jack Smith spun. And now up to second goes Bermudas, up to third goes McNugget.
What a
Huge.
race.
Nugget, despite the start being very difficult for him, is really making up positions right now. Maybe due to luck. That's like half of racing, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. That's racing, and what you can see here, what a race we're having. Racing gods give you and take from you as well, and they've taken from Berge on this particular occasion. The driver, who's been every weekend in the podium, in the top 3, loses out as now currently P4. As Miku sets the fastest lap of the race, it's looking way better for him than it was in qualifying.
As if he's just to rub it in, setting the fastest lap after Burgee just spun. And yeah, Marcel Miku has been quite poor for his high standards in the long races this season, but he's got a victory in every 2 20-minute race rounds this season, and he's looking set to do again on the 4th time of asking, because he's got a 12-second lead over Bermudas, and McNugget has cut the gap to Bermudas from 2.1 seconds down to 1.3 seconds. The battle of second is still, well, Mazak and Kurinova have had separate spins. They've spun almost in sympathy, one after another. Never mind Luck PP, who's still dying last, who has spun about 5 times this race on his medium tires as Jabowski passes Nathaniel coming out of turn 3 and back up, recovering to P7. But I don't see him challenging the 2 in front because the gap is 9 seconds. However, Jack Smith on those hard tires should still be faster than the mediums of Daniel Ari.
If Burgee and Miku stay at their respective places right now, which they most likely will, it'll be a 26-point difference for this 20-minute race alone. So we'll have to see if he can make it up in the second race later, as I think McNugget might be able to overtake Bermudas in the final lap. I'm not sure yet. Left to pick up the pace a little bit. He's been gaining quite a bit of time right now.
Yeah, a terrible exit coming out of turn 10 for Daniel Arias. Jack Smith now takes 5th position, but you are correct, we should be focusing on the battle second. McNugget uses way more road coming out of the final, but they're both setting personal best lap times on old hard tires. They're absolutely pushing it to the limit. Can Bermudas hold on to this precious second position?
This is amazing racing that we're seeing, and clearly it's only gonna be one more lap after this because of the time of the clock. So we've got 2 laps to sort out this position, the second position in the race, and also P5 where Dairy is really close as well to Smith, and also Tejas Sharma, who wants to take P8 away from Nathaniel. This is a great race, and hopefully in these last 2 laps those paddles can be sorted out.
He's dropping a bit back though, not by much, but might we see move at the final lap? I think only if Bermudas makes a mistake right now, but I don't really see it happening, except if the pressure is getting to him, but I highly doubt it at this stage.
Yeah, it's set to be a personal best result for Teja Sharma, whose previous PB in the series is only a P12, and he's looking really good for a P8 because the Indonesian driver up ahead is on those medium tires. So Teja Sharma, he has to, well, keep track of time because there's only 1.5 laps remaining as Nathaniel goes wide into turn 9, but he's still ahead of Teja Sharma. McNugget is 4 tenths behind, and right behind Bermudas, who's immediately pulling to the inside to break the toe. This is on. This is absolutely on.
Budas might have made an issue as we're heading into the final lap right now. A white flag is out pretty much.
Oh, they're making contact. Yeah, these two have history in Japan. McNugget goes around the outside
Does it
and
make
gets hit.
a bit of contact? It's onto the AstroTurf, but he makes it stick.
Oh my goodness, that was way too close. That could almost have handed Berger the second place. But luckily, both drivers kept the cars under control. And McNugget, can he now drive away? He's been chipping away at the gap of Bermudas. Now he's got the lead. Bermudas shows the nose into turn 5, but he's way too far back to make a move. And I think, Teja Sharma's run out of fuel.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, I've jinxed him.
What a race of
I've jinxed-
contra.
That's my fault. I've absolutely jinxed him.
And that, I think, settles Bermudas into P3. What a race. A statement drive from Marcel Miku. Went against the expectations after 1 second gap in qualifying. We thought it was going to be all set for Berger to win, but on the final few corners, after a 1 second gap in quali, the championship goes on its head as Marcel Miku wins Barcelona race 1 and matches Berger for 4 wins in the season. A 26-point chip into the lead of Berger. What a race.
What a beautiful victory for him. Very nice for the championship as well, as it looks like McNugget's going to take home P2 and Bermuda's P3.
Well, it's going to be a very unhappy Sandy Berger as he crashes into the wall after the finish line. He's thrown away, well, not only a second position, but a chance at the win, because he did close the gap to Marcel Miku to under 7 tenths of a second at one point. But now he's going to have to settle for 4th, and definitely 12 points lost there. Maybe could have been more. As I think Teja Sharma will still finish in P12, so he's going to tie his personal best because Luck PP is a lap down, but yeah, unlucky for the Indian driver. He definitely had the chance to take P8 tonight because Nathaniel was struggling on those medium tires. And worse for the Indian driver is because he would have been able to start on the front row for the reverse grid race, but now he has to start in P12, and our debutant driver, Mazax, will start on the reverse grid pole coming up next in race 2.
Only one car not in the points today, which is P13. Unfortunate, but yeah, it unfortunately also happens.
I'm pretty sure 15 drivers score points, so
Oh,
I think
yeah, I've been looking at it wrong.
even though Luck PP got lapped, I think he should still be classified and gets 4 points for his troubles. I hope he's learned his lesson and will put on the hard tires for race 2, because anyone who still uses mediums for race 2 will be a very, very, very bold gamble, judging by how race 1 went.
I think it's stupid to build on mediums for the next race, but you never know. Maybe people think it will work this time, but most likely not. It's clear hard tires really were the best ones for this race and also the next race.
Yes, indeed. What? Oh, excuse me. What an interesting first race tonight. Some very, very spicy racing indeed. And as always, Phoenix Sim Sport will go on a short ad break during the gap between the two races. But don't worry, we will be right back for the second race where we have even more action. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. And welcome back, everyone, to the stream. So, that first race then, guys, do you think a couple of drivers will have learned a lesson there about the tire compounds? Those mediums really didn't seem to hold up.
No, exactly. The hards had a much bigger advantage over the mediums.
I think,
And yeah, I don't think many will go for them, and if they go for them, well, I can expect them to drop back quite a bit.
Yeah, I think if they go for them, good luck.
Yeah, it's really about surviving then.
Yeah, and I've just got first-hand information from our championship leader, Sandy Burgee. His spin at turn 7 was because he forgot to set up the right tire pressure before the race. He changed them in qualifying to the correct ones, but he loaded, I think he just loaded in his previous saved race setup, which had the wrong tire pressures. So he went off in turn 7, and the rest was history. 12 points lost compared to P2 he would have got, and well, 26 points lost compared to Marcel Miku, but he would have been only being a 14-point gap had he finished P2. So yeah, the championship gap now is down to 52 points, but this is reverse grid, and Marcel Miku is going to start from P10 right in the middle of the danger zone. We're 40 seconds away from race 2.
It will be interesting to see, but I also think we'll have quite a bit more overtakes then. But
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we love, you know.
Yes, we love chaos.
We have apparently everybody. Well, that's pretty split on tires. Grunova on the mediums, Dairy on the mediums, and Jabowski, sorry, Lat PP on the mediums as well as the lights come up.
Yeah, let's hope my game doesn't crash for the second time tonight. 3, 4, 5, 6 red lights up. And away we go in Catalonia for race 2. It's a great launch from the O-sitter, Mazax. Panetti's got a really poor launch, and now Nathaniel is sniffing his slipstream. Dari is under attack from Sandy Burgee already. The championship leader goes to the inside of turn 1. How many positions can he make up? Well, he breaks quite early, actually, to avoid any contact. They're almost going 3 wide up ahead, and Sandy Burgee has absolutely nowhere to go. And they are bumping. And yes, that's a brilliant start from Sandy Burgee. He's up from P7 to P3. Marcel Miku also appearing through the middle. They're going 4 wide. And around the outside goes Marcel Miku. Sandy Burgee almost going into the gravel. And Marcel Miku goes around the outside of McNuggets. They're battling for P5. And now to the inside of Jack Smith goes Marcel Miku up to P4. Goes the Czech driver Sandy Burgee also muscles his way, overtaking Marcel Nathaniel up to P2. Goes the championship leader. They're still side by side down towards turn 7. It's Jack Smith around the outside. Marcel Miku stands onto the inside of Marcel Nathaniel, and off goes the Indonesian driver. And Marcel Miku is up to 3rd, but you said there was contact, wasn't it?
I did see a car going off into the gravel. What causes these drivers to make these moves had early on.
3 wide down the inside, and very late is Daniel Airy. They all hit each other and somehow they all stay alive. Sorry to cut you off there, but there was a very late launch from Daniel Airy, and McNugget has to completely cut the inside curb, but he's still got P5, and up to P4 goes Jack Smith. Now Bavuda's challenge to the inside of Daniel Airy, and he almost loses his car because he has to back off on the actual turf. But he's got a brilliant run coming out of the final corner. So at the end of lap 1, it's Panatis in the lead, but he is under threat from the championship leader. What a start from Sandy Burgee. Oh my goodness! What's happened there? Is that lag?
I don't know.
Is that? I'm pretty sure that's lag.
Might be, yes.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
but it's the
lag.
championship leader.
No, contact, Jack Smith has hit McNugget, and Jack Smith is not into the gravel, and he's taken Bavudas with him. So,
yeah, I
the
thought
driver's
lap 1 was chaos, but lap 2 right now, it's really taking it up a notch.
What a
I had,
start.
I'm lost for words, because Burgee was 4 tenths behind Panatis. There was no way they would have made any contact. It must have been a terrible lag. That's gonna cause
Happy for him. He's still up
chaos.
at 8. I would not be surprised if he has significant damage that will cause him to need a bit of time compared to the top drivers right now.
Oh yeah, he absolutely went head into the wall at 200 kph, even at 20% damage multiplier. That is a lot of damage, and Marcel Miku, the world has opened up for the Czech driver. Maybe 2 wins from this crucial Catalonia weekend can reignite his championship hopes.
If he's able to carry this on into the few next races, he's really going to have a great leg to stand on for this championship. Because right now he's also catching up to P1, so I see him walking away with this race too.
Yeah.
Right now, as things stand, they have a 48-point deficit between Miku and Burgee across these 2 weekends, but it hasn't. Burgee has overtaken Tejas Sharma for P7.
Marcel Miku to the inside of Panatis. I don't think Panatis is really going to defend this one. Let's see, he's actually braked later around the outside, and he's made the apex perfectly, so Marcel Miku clearly kind of, yeah, as you said, doesn't have the straight line speed. He's very fast in the corners.
He's making up enough time into the corners to eventually make it stick. As yeah, you know, Burgee is still moving up places. We'll see where he finishes this race, but it's not looking that good to start with right now.
Around the outside, looking, and hitting Panatis, who parked it on the apex there. So nowhere for Marcel Miku to go. So, yes, Panatis, the Greek driver, is absolutely fighting hard as Burgee passes the post-it and Mazax coming out of turn 5 and into the corner they spawn in the last race. This time, he doesn't touch the grass. And up to P6, I think he can still at least recover to a top 3.
You can see there that Miku was struggling with keeping up with Burnett there. He's still behind.
Yeah, this is not good, because McNugget is closing the gap. The gap was 3.1 seconds between him and the front 2. It's now down to 1.8. If Marcel Miku doesn't pass Panatis fast enough, he's gonna have a target on his back.
Yeah, but he won't. Panatis is parking in every single apex. We saw that at the seat hairpin at Lakaisha as well. Oh my god!
He's got the lag. That's who was it? Twiz. If Mav is still here, you remember Twiz got the lag after the start-finish straight at Daytona last season in MX5. That's the exact same problem. That's not happening on Panatis' car. This is some sort of weird game issue.
That is possible. It is a technical glitch, so we'll have to check after the event.
I mean, right now my eyes are made whether this McNugget, because the battle is getting so close and they're losing so much time right now. So McNugget really has to pick up the pace so he can be there and make the move and possibly win the race if possible, since Brunette is heavily defended.
This is a great exit. Yeah.
Sir.
Oh, he can't get there. He can't.
Couldn't
See,
make it. That's
You know,
almost
you-
1 second and a half the lap that McNugget was able to catch up to Miku. So I think McNugget, I don't want to jinx it, but I think he might be able to run away with finishing higher than Miku.
Marcel Mico is making the dive into turn 10.
He's
Panetti is
definitely-
closest the door, but he's going to run wide. They're going to go side by side through turn 11 again. Don't make contact. They didn't. Side by side through turn 12. McNugget is closing
Inside
in.
right now.
Yeah,
I
Marcel
think
Mico
this
doesn't have the favorable line. He's had to yield.
definitely
As
it's
McNugget is
definitely
there right
intentional.
now, it's gonna heat up heavily right now. 3 cars fighting for P1 as we're right now going into the final corner onto the main straight. Little
Off
slip
goes
through turn.
Nathaniel. Burge after P5, but yes.
And look at the draft. He's getting all the bug again. And look at the draft that McNugget
3
is
wide.
getting.
3 wide, 3 wide. McNugget is the inside. Panetis is very fast still, even after his little problem. And Marcel Mico sweeps around the outside. And
What
he
a
still
move.
takes P2. But no, he's got to get the dirty air. McNugget has to switch back. He has to lift because of the dirty air. They are also going 3 wide. In turn 3, Marcel Mico has to find a way through the middle. To the inside goes the Spanish driver. Who's going to break the latest? They make contact.
we have
They're
Smith.
off.
He's running out.
Burnett spun McNugget up to P1 right now. What will Miku
That
do?
was-
Will he have the pace to keep up?
That was contact from Miku. I guess he's getting a little,
Well,
getting at least
no.
a little bit frustrated with
Yeah.
but that was pretty much. I think a
Down
bit
the
of fun
inside.
and a bit of fun as well.
Goes Burgee.
Virgie up
January.
P4. Will he get P3 out of here?
No. So coming back to turn 4, so Marcel Mico has McNugget on the inside, so he couldn't really turn in. I think it's more of a racing incident.
Yeah, exactly.
Virgie in the switcher right now into turn 10. Does not go for it yet. I think he's going to set it up for a slipstream on the main straight.
Virgie?
Turns are very difficult to overtake.
Burgee is on the mediums.
Oh, really? That's going to be
Yes.
interesting come the end of
It's
the
a
race.
massive gamble.
See, you know what the frustrating thing is? If he didn't get the technical issue from Panatis, he would have been in the lead by about 3 seconds over McNugget and Marcel Mico. And then those hard runners might be able to chase him down at the end of the race. But now, after that unfortunate incident, I don't see him on those mediums catching up a 5-second gap.
The only way I can see him catch up is if he's able to keep his tires nice and clean in a good operating window with McNugget and Miku fighting. But for that to happen, we need to have Miku really catching up nice controls and really
He has.
great battle.
Yeah, he has. The gap is down to 0.7 of a second. These two also have history. They made contact in Japan. So, can they play it, well, safer this time? Because they are fighting the same enemy, and the same enemy is behind them.
I'm surprised we haven't seen some Rosberg Hamilton 2016 highlights into turn 3 yet. But it's still happening.
As Bermudas, that's the fastest lap of the race at the back of the grid. So yeah, he got involved in the incident on lap 2. He must have made a pit stop. He got on fresh tires as Jabowski makes a move on Nathaniel, who is sliding all over the place. But Marcel Mico will have a run.
Exactly, Miku very close right now with McNugget. I think if he nails the exit here, he'll have enough slipstream and be able to make it inside into turn 1.
But I don't think he's got the. Yeah, I don't think he's got the low downforce setup. You can see
he
he's
really needs the slipstream, and even
he's
if he
barely
has it-
gaining.
Yeah,
he's-
exactly. He's not even 1/10 over the entire straight, which is a very long straight.
Well, this is actually playing into the hands of both of them. Well, not if they now start fighting. I was about to say, if Marcel cannot challenge McNugget, Burgee will definitely not keep up. But now, Marcel Mico gets the line towards the outside of turn 4. Is he gonna hang around the outside? He's trying.
Will he make it stick? If he's still alongside, he will have the inside into the next turn, which will massively
is.
benefit him.
I think he's done it. He's gonna squeeze him out.
Done it. Yeah,
That's
he's
brilliant.
made the move stick. Nugget now into P2, Marcel Viku into P1. Still side by side right now. Turn 7.
Yeah. Don't go side by side here. Yeah, McNugget holds on.
Cost around 4 or 5 tenths.
He's got a run. He's got a run. He's fast on the straights. Marcel Miku has to defend the inside line. McNugget chooses the outside, interestingly.
I think
Try.
Nugget right now is waiting for the main straight sector 3.
Makes sense.
Everything but optimal for overtaking. It's good at putting pressure over here. Follow
Wide.
driver you're battling with to make a mistake, but it's not happening right now.
Wide goes Marcel Miku. He was almost onto the gravel there on the exit of turn 12. But McNugget, can he keep it close though? Those corners are where he struggles, but he has such a huge straight line speed advantage. Marcel Miku immediately defends the inside line, but I think he's absolutely powerless.
That exit was also very rapid as Virgil right now within 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely not making any favors for either of them. That was a clean move, and now McNugget back into P1, but that's definitely going to play into the hands of Bergy at some point, because now they've triggered a fight where they could have just stayed one behind the other and looking to increase the gap on Bergy. Now he's going to come for both of them as Miku tries to go around the outside. He holds it there, he holds the outside. He's going to try and stick it there for the seat hairpin, and so he does. Comes into the inside. Bit of a luck
Little of a lock-up there, yes.
Nugget and back into P1 again, Miku.
I'm afraid they'll keep battling in the upcoming 6 minutes. Neither a crash will happen, or Virgil will have caught up enough to maybe make a move with his mediums.
Exactly.
We'll have to see. I think he is managing them pretty well right now. It's just the battle from Nugget and Miku right now is really fighting the lap time now.
I'm worried about McNugget. That slight locker might have cost him, because Marcel Miku can just drive his line now into these corners. And Tejas Sharma spins coming out of turn 7, and he gets out of the way of other drivers behind.
That was very questionable to roll the car back. Personally,
Well,
great reflex to learn is just hold the brakes there.
yeah, but I think if you hold the brakes, it's probably on the racing line, so... Yeah, they're
I mean,
okay,
he went
so...
off of the grass, so I mean, we didn't see the full incident. We will never know.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, that little lock-up has cost McNugget because he's been dropped by Marcel Miku in the final sector, so even if he's got the straight line speed advantage, he's not got the slipstream on the main straight. And now, if he can't keep up, his second place is in danger because Sandy Bergy just set the fastest lap of the race.
It's almost like he wasn't on the mediums there. We were talking all the time about how the mediums were wearing out very fast. At this stage in the last race we saw a lot of spins, but it seems that Bergy's taking really good care of them. At the start that might have been actually a blessing in disguise, the bit of a drop that he had in positions. He had the cleaner, he had the pace to put it past everybody else in a more controlled manner, whereas Miku had to wear it out doing it on lap 1.
Bermuda says...
Jack Smith right now is having quite a bit of battle with net. Constantly slipstreaming each other, having some defensive moves. When will we see a definitive move happen for Jack Smith? Here in the straight right now, where there's a very, very heavy breakage and a very good overtaking.
Off goes Benatis. He spun at turn 9.
That's off. Well,
Yeah, he got
guess we won't see the heavy braking into turn 10 then.
Yeah, it was a tank slapper in the middle of turn 9, the high-speed corners. I think Benatis' hard tires past their prime. Oh, and Jack Smith clips inside curb and almost went around himself at turn 12. These drivers are pushing for it, and Marcel Miku sets the fastest lap of the race. McNugget goes PB. Sandy Bergy sets a PB. But he only gained 5 tenths on McNugget. I don't think that's enough to take second because the top two are no longer fighting.
Exactly, I are selling into position.
Yeah, so incidentally, the little lockup we all saw at turn 5 when McNulty was battling Marcel Miko might have saved him, because if they continue to fight, Bergie will be in this train. But because they resolved their fight just about quick enough, Bergie hasn't caught up yet, and I don't think he's going to catch up in the final, well, 3 laps of the race, I think, or 2.
The fight between McNugget and Miku might have just handed that to Miku, ironically, because I think they might have just lost enough time for it to be 1 lap less than it was last time. To not cross the line at the right time. I think that might be the case, but I'm not quite sure.
I think ideally they should have just slipstreamed, gained time away from Bergie, and then, you know, final 2 laps, fight then, so that you're sure you won't lose position, because you've got very close. Nugget is actually kind of lucky he had that lockup, so he's losing time, so that he's not battling anymore and not losing even more time because of it.
Yeah, we should still have 2 laps remaining at the end of this one. So all of these drivers will still have to keep 32 clean corners to the end of the race. They've been declared championship contenders. But now Marcel Miko will once again close the championship gap. It was 78 at the start of this round. It was 52 at the end of race 1. It is set to become 32 at the end of race 2 as Panetis teleports into the pits. Did he not have... He can't have run out of fuel already, can he?
Might be repairing damage from the tanks like
I think he's teleported into the pits, so he's basically retired. He's left the session, so that's very unlucky. He was battling for P5. Yeah, and Panetis could have got a P7 there, even if... even after his spin, as now Jack Smith has caught up to the rear end of Daniel Ari. He was having a very good weekend by his standard. His previous best was definitely not a top 5 this season. He's not had a single top 5 this season, I don't think so.
right now, really running away with a few battles back on the grid.
Wide.
Maybe Smith right now really go for the move, really go. Get a better entrance into the turn. Slipstream right now, they've been battling for quite a bit if I'm not mistaken. No, earlier he was fighting with
Panetis, who I think had a disconnect, because he's back in the server. He might have had an internet issue then, which has cost him 7th place and some 20-ish crucial points. I can't really remember what P7 is on top of my head, but Jack Smith has 1 final lap to try to take 4th away from Daniel Ari.
Not that close right now, but he's still getting the slipstream into turn 1.
I think he's had a great chance.
Yeah, around also overtaking zones where he can make the move stick as he's going side by side right now into turn 1.
Yeah, brilliant.
Slight bit of contact there with the front wing of Daniel Ari, but he's made it stick. Right now he's going into P4, so...
Yeah, Jack Smith will be elevating the championship, considering both Tassos Skilias and Anthony Perkin have not decided to participate this round. So the battle for P4 in the championship is also going to be quite exciting between Skilias, Jabowski and Jack Smith, as Marcel Miko is into the final sector for, I believe, the first double victory of the season. For anybody.
Indeed, the first double victory for anyone this season. It has been a great race so far, but this is going to go right to the end. The gap has gone down. Just 36 points divide the 2 drivers now. It's Marcel Miko who takes a double win at Barcelona, and McNugget goes second What a race that was.
Brilliant victory, yes. Also very great for his championship hopes, which hopefully for him will go well into the next race. Where we are racing around. Take a quick look at Laguna Seca, which will be a
Oh
very
God.
fun track. Great corners, especially the corkscrew. So
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun. I can look forward to that one. And this has been a great race from everybody so far. It was amazing racing at the first lap.
yeah, and again top 3 in the championship, also top 3 on the racetrack right now, taking the podium. Great racing from everyone. Lots of chaos at the first few laps, which was enjoyable but difficult to watch at times, since we all hate. I mean, crashes are fun to look at, but they're also very bad for the drivers themselves. So good that almost everybody was able to finish this race.
Yeah, and Marcel Mico has great form at Laguna Seca. The last time we did that round was 2 seasons ago, and he took pole position, a victory and a second place in both races. But next Thursday, the race will be a 45-minute race, which Marcel Mico has never gone to P1 or P2 this season in a long format race. He'll definitely be looking forward to getting a P1 or a P2 to try to keep chucking away the championship gap to Sandy Burgee, which by my calculation is down to 32 points. But we're not very good at maths, so it's around 30 points is the championship gap. But yeah, I mean, a double victory is really tough. But
He will definitely be coming off of a high from these double victories here around Barcelona. Yeah, 45-minute race. Tires will be very important there.
All right, again, what an interesting race there tonight. Please bear with us as we go for another short ad break, and then we will bring you interviews with the drivers. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, and we are going to progress with driver interviews. And in the box with us, we have Marcel Miku. Arthur, take it away.
So Marcel, a double victory around Barcelona. How did it feel?
Well, honestly, it felt quite good. Of course, I do feel sorry for Burgee after what happened in that second run.
Well, yeah, but you are getting closer to a better championship fight. How does that make you feel?
Well, it does make me feel happy that I'm actually able to close the gap.
And how did you
And
experience the battle also with McNuggets around the second round? Because that got very close at times.
well, we're used to having a battle like this, so It was a tough one, but eventually managed to clear him, and that was the end of that. But it
Well,
was a pretty good battle. Ain't
yeah,
gonna lie.
it was very great to look at. Next round, Laguna Seca, 45-minute round. How are you looking forward to that race? What are your expectations? How do you think you'll do there?
Well, Laguna's a tough course. It's a narrow one. It's got that corkscrew, which can really unsettle cars.
And do you
To
think
be honest,
you'll win there or take pole? What are your expectations? What do you also think about the track personally to just drive around, except for a few difficult corners?
I mean, overall, I feel like with the refinements I brought to this run, I feel like Laguna might not be that tough, but I'll have to do some testing to figure out the exact conditions.
Understandable. Yeah, great setup is also a good key into having a good race. Now, we were wondering in the commentary box, you were a bit more draggy down this race. Did you opt for a more downforce setup?
Yeah, I opted for more downforce than what I usually would have run.
Well, could see that, and clearly it worked out. So congratulations on both your wins.
Thank you, and looking forward to the next run.
Great to hear, man.
Superb. And with that, then we wrap up the stream tonight. It has been, well, actually, before we do go one more, Mr. Sharma, I think we will have another interview here. Mr. Sharma, would you like an interview? Or is he going to be very shy? He might be very shy. And with that, then, that does wrap up round 7 of the championship here today. What a race that has been today, guys. It's been quite an experience, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has been.
Excellent, excellent. So, thank you very much for joining us for round 7. Don't forget, we've got MX5 tomorrow night along with TCR. Please do join us for them. Always some great battling in those two championships as well, and some really tight championship fights going on as well. So please do join us for that. And then our big ticket events, ACC on Saturday, is going to be very interesting as well. Can Gresick take another win this season? He's already taken 3 out of 6 wins, but is he going to be able to push that lead a little bit further? Only one way to find out. And then we move over to WEC as we go for LMU on Saturday night. And you get to watch us go out there on those hypercars and LMGT3. Some awesome action out there as well as we hit the track at Coda and potentially our rain-affected race as well. So that is going to be very spicy. So please do join us for that. I hope you are really, really looking forward to it. But as for the Tatuus, that is going to be it for this week. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the streams this week. Thank you very much, and join us next time. Bye.